So let's figure out what went wrong with our movies familiarities. There we went through all those exciting work to very easily between pandas compute correlation vectors between movies based on their user rating vectors, and the result we got kind of sucked. So just to remind you, we looked for movies that are similar to Star Wars using that technique, and we ended up with a bunch of weird recommendations at the top that had a perfect correlation, and most of them are very obscure movies. So what do you think might be going on there? Well, one thing that might make sense is, let's say we have a lot of people who watch Star Wars and some other obscure films. We ended with a good correlation between these two movies because they are tied together by Star Wars. But at the end of the day, do we really want to base our recommendations on the behavior of one or two people that watch some obscure movie? Probably not. Yes, the two people in the world or whatever it is that watched the movie full speed and both liked it in addition to Star Wars. Maybe that is a good recommendation for them, but it's probably not a good recommendation for the rest of the world. We need to have some sort of confidence level in our similarities by enforcing some minimum bound of how many people watched a given movie. We cannot make a judgment that a given movie is good just based on the behavior of one or two people. So let's try to put that insight into action here, and what we are gonna do is take a look, try to identify the movies that were not actually rated by very many people, and let's see what we get. So to do that, we are gonna take our original ratings data frame and we are gonna say group by title. Again, pandas has all sorts of magic in it, and this will basically construct a new data frame that aggregates together all of the rows for a given title into one row. And we can say that we want to aggregate specifically on the rating, and we want to show both the size, the number of ratings for each movie, and the mean average score, the mean rating for that movie. So when we do that, we end up with something like this. And so this is telling us, for example, for the movie 101 Dalmatians, 109 people rated that movie and their average rating was 2.9 stars. So not that great of a score really. And if we just eyeball this data, we can say, okay, movies that I consider obscure, but like 187 had 41 ratings, but 107 Dalmatians, I have heard of that. 12 Angry Men, I have heard of that. It seems like there was sort of natural cutoffs at around 100 ratings, where maybe that's the magic value where things start to make sense. So let's go ahead and get rid of movies rated by fewer than 100 people. And yes, I am kind of doing this intuitively at this point, like we will talk about later. There are more experiment ways of doing this, where we could actually experiment and do test experiments on different threshold values to find the one that actually perform the best. But initially, let's just use our common sense and filter out movies that are rated by fewer than 100 people. Again, pandas makes that really easy to do. So we can just say popular movies. A new data frame is going to be constructed by looking at movie rates, and we are going to only take rows where the rating size is greater than or equal to 100, and I am then going to sort that by a mean rating, just for fun, to see the top rated widely watched movies. I'm getting this warning now ever since I originally created this course, I knew that a version of pandas came in. You can just use sort values. They are gonna all work just as well. Make that warning go away, and we end up with this. We have basically here a list of movies that were rated by more than 100 people, sorted by their average rating score, and this in itself is a recommended system. Highly rated popular movies like Close, Save apparently, and a lot of people watched it and really liked it. Again, this is a very old data set from the late 90s, and even though you might not be familiar with the film, a close save, it might be worth going back and rediscovering, added to whatever Netflix queue or something Schindler list. Not a big surprise that comes up on the top of most top movies list. The Wrong Trousers, another example of an obscure film that apparently was really good, and it was also pretty popular. So some interesting discoveries there already just by doing that. So things look a little bit better now. Let's go ahead and basically make our new data frame of Star Wars recommendation. Movies similar to Star Wars, where we only base it on movies that appear in this new data frame. So we are gonna use the joint data frame to go ahead and join our original similar movies data frame, and to this new data frame of only movies that have greater than 100 ratings, I'm gonna create a new data frame based on similar movies, where we extract the similarity column, join that when our movie states data frame, which is our popular movies data frame, and we will look at the combined results, and there we go. So now we have restricted only to movies that are rated by more than 100 people. The similarity score to Star Wars. So now all we need to do is sort that, but I get that warning again. Yeah, let's use sort values instead of sort in pandas. Okay, and reverse sorted, and we are just gonna take a look at reverse sort. The first 15 results को reverse sort किया, and hey, this is starting to look a little bit. So Star Wars comes out on top because it's similar to itself, and Empire Strikes Back is number 2. Return of the Jedi is number 4. So it's still not perfect, but this makes a lot more sense. So you would expect the 3 Star Wars film from the original trilogy to be similar to each other. This data goes back to before the next Raiders of the Lost Ark, also very similar movie to Star Wars in style, comes out as number 4. So I am starting to feel a little bit overwhelming results here. There is still room for improvement, but hey, we got some results that make sense. Now ideally we had also filter out Star Wars. You don't want to be looking at the movie itself that you started from, but worry about that later. If you want to play with this a little bit more, like I said, 100 was sort an arbitrary cutoff for the minimum number of ratings. If you do want to experiment with different, I encourage you to go back and do so. See what that does to the result. You can see here that the results that we really like actually had much more than 100 ratings in common. Now we end up with Austin Powers coming in there pretty with only 130 ratings, so maybe 100 is not high enough. Pinocchio is snuck in at 101 for Star Wars, so you might want to consider an even higher threshold there and see what it does. Keep in mind too, this is a very small limited data set that we use for experimentation purpose, and it's based on very old data serial, only going to see older movies. The interest interpreting these items intuitively might be a little challenging as a result, but not bad results. So let's move on and actually do a full blown item based collaborative filtering, where we recommend movies to people using a more completed system